welcome back to another morning skate show with the hockey coach, your local Frenchies directly for the beautiful Sunshine State in Florida. Hopefully you're doing well. Happy Thursday, happy Thankful Day. It's June 9, 2022, and we are rocking, ready to rock and roll the day today. And hopefully you are already did a great day so far. 12 o'clock Eastern time in Florida. So whatever you are, it's time for the lunch. And I don't know you're hungry, but if ever you are hungry, we have a Speedy is going to be on the road right now. Deliver some food. So if you want to have Speedy, but don't forget you can order right away here at the Hockey Nation Live Show. And we have a lot of tuna from Finland to deliver to everybody. So don't hesitate to reach us. But Coach, what do you have on the menu today? But we have a few things. First of all, today we're going to preview the game a little bit. The game tonight, game number 5 between the Rangers and the Lightning. We're going to talk about what's going on with that team, where we at after 4 games. What do you feel about them? What are your expectations for tonight between both teams? Then we're going to talk about what is next with the Edmonton Oilers. I think we're going to go a little bit more diving inside that organization, what they have to do to ready for the next season. And then some injury update. We know a couple of players already buying up over there. We talk about Brennan Point, talk about Shedil, talk about RESTREAM, Strom, Lindgren play with so many injuries right now. So we're going to talk a little bit what the factor of the injuries and for the rest of the playoff. And then the NHL coach carousel, OMG. Not looking good over there. So a lot of coaches are available about this. We'll talk about, of course, the Montreal Canadiens, some update. Talk about what happened with last night with the Laval Rocket. And then, of course, you can ask any question during the show at any time. We'll just try to put the letter Q if you can. That'd be great. And then, of course, at the end, the Frenchie quiz, the #1 quiz in the YouTube channel. That's what we got already on the program today on the Thursday with Hockey Coach Local Frenchie. We have a few people in the chat today, and we have Mr. Duda directly from Seattle or Olympia on the West Coast in USA. Welcome aboard. From Finland, somewhere, somehow, maybe in the spa, maybe in the sauna, maybe at the gym, or maybe only in the house. One thing we know, he's in the house at the Hockey Nation Show. I'm talking about Mr. Yamo Vartanen. Welcome back. And the moderator and also the insider with the co-host of the show every Monday to Friday at 6 o'clock p.m. I'm talking about the show's called the warm-up. He's the co-host directly from Toronto, Ontario. And we're talking about Mr. ENORTAP in the house this morning or this afternoon. And we want to thank him for his participation last night at the Power Play show. I think it was a pretty good show overall for the Power Play show last night with Michael DeVillano and, of course, friend Andrew Lepage. New intro, Steve. Welcome aboard. Thanks so much. Hopefully doing well, Steve. The number 1 fans of the Colorado Avalanche, maybe the winner of the Stanley Cup. They are in the final Stanley Cup 2022. Say just wait for when they start the playoff. Coach, when the playoffs start for the Stanley Cup, it's easy. Between June 15 to June 17 or June 18. Well, those days, that's where the Stanley Cup is going to start. You're welcome, Duda. Welcome back. Mr. Renault, welcome in the show today. I don't know which team is going to get Zadorov. Renault is a left defenseman, is not working for $4 million. So for today, Renault, he never been find his groove since he got traded from the Colorado Avalanche a couple of years ago. He's a third pairing defenseman. I think at $2.5 million, that's the kind of money he can give to him. He's not productivity on a lot on the. He cannot carry on the puck. He's not great on the offensive side. He's really good on the defensive side. Coverage one is physical. He can use, but otherwise he have only one-dimensional hockey side on his potential. So ZRA for me at 2.5, 3 years, and that's it. He's a big guy, 6'6", but again, he's only one side. He did well with Grobensov for the Flame, but he was the third pairing defenseman. So that's where he belonged, as a third pairing. So if you put $4 million on your third pairing, that's equal $8 million. Your second pairing is about $12 million, $10 million if you go that way. And your first pairing will be $16 million or maybe a 15. Now you open up about $33 million on your 6 defensemen. That's almost 40% of your salary cap. So you cannot pay at the bottom of your third pairing over $2 million. You're going to be struggle a lot. That's the problem you get with Zadorov Renault. Mr. Corey Hill, directly from Ottawa Senator, number 1, and then he's in Ottawa. Mr. Corey Hill, welcome back. Oh, Kimberley. Kimberley directly from somewhere the west coast of Florida. Could be in Sarasota. Could be in Fort Myers. Could be in Tampa. One thing we know, she's inside of the west coast of the Florida, and back in the house. Kimberley, welcome aboard. We miss you. Hopefully doing well. Your kids, your daughters, and also the little one. And they play some hockey or rollerblade. And they enjoy the beginning of the summer for them. Yamos and Moi. Coach, could mention management end up as a still from his year free agency crop by giving his only one great season. He is a year free now. Would be interesting. He's a prototype of a player's guy can be good on your bottom 6 at any team. He brings some kind of the grinder. He's really, he's not like a big guy, but he's not afraid. He go in front of the net. He can get you 10, 12, 15 goals from a third grinder line or bottom 4 or your line number 4. I think, he could be that kind of players you're looking for. We know Toronto let him go for Florida Panthers. I think Florida liked him a lot. But again, it's the cost of how much he's looking for. He won, and again, he did not produce a lot in NHL yet. It was really his first year this year. Have a good year. But still, with Florida Panthers, your number are a little bit over the map or increasing. So it's something you have to be careful. But I'm sure something would like to have him if he's getting the money lower, what is maybe his expectation. Yamo, what's up? No gym, some elbow, and check pain, need to rest. Yeah, you better to rest, Mr. Yamo, about that one over there. Sorry, I missed it that night. Not a problem, Corey. Next time, you will come back. Getting warm in Finland. June 9, Yamo, hopefully, is doing better. And directly from L'Île Perrault. Et dans la belle province de Québec, welcome back, Mr. Richard Mullen. Thanks to be a part of the show, Mr. Richard. Hopefully, you're doing well with the contract at Benbrook. Directly from Alberta, number 1 fans of the Edmonton Oilers. And now he's going to watching the New York Rangers. I'm talking Mr. Andy Koivula. Welcome back, Andy. Renault, he asked, would the Panthers be able to trade Bob in the package to Chicago again? No, not at all, Renault. Bobrovsky is not going nowhere. Unfortunately, it will not work that way. And that will not be benefit for both teams. Before they have no goaltender after that, Renault. And Spencer Knight is not the one who's going to carry on your team all the way during the season and the playoff. That would be a big mistake if you do that. I don't know who's going to be the goaltender. So, oh, yeah, we can go UFA. Now they have no money. So they cannot go nowhere for that. So I don't see this happen, honestly, for this. And I don't think so. Jonathan Toews could be a great asset for the Florida Panthers. And Kane could be someone. He could be good, for sure. But who's going to be your goaltender? You don't have nobody in the prospect area after Spencer Knight. It's only been 1 year for Spencer Knight. I think that would be a very not a good move How about that? My one secret show. Okay, how are you doing? Adam Berger, moderator, switcher, and the teacher. And also the insider of the Vegas Golden Knight is back in the house this morning. Cassidy was hired by McPhee, Washington coach, as an assistant coach, Adam. Honestly, Bruce Cassidy, I did not see him in Vegas. Cassidy, I really see him in Detroit. I think I'll be important about that. I'm a little bit concerned about the situation with Barry Trotz for him. And then Peter DeBoer is going to be close to Dallas for what we heard. But Cassidy is going to be pushing by the Detroit Red Wings a lot. I wouldn't be surprised. Chicago asked the Montreal to talk with Luke Richardson, but that's a really strange situation over there. Barry Trotz should be between between Winnipeg and Vegas. And the Philadelphia have a couple of people talking, but Tortorella could be the one at that moment going in the front for the runner-up over there. So very interesting for that part. I think it's the same in Canada too. Yeah, it's looked like summer Calgary, but so Mr. Ecker in the house. Welcome aboard. Thanks to be a part of the show. And what's we says with what it's called midnight sun. The sun is almost all the time up, even at night. Wow, that's good to see. And RJ Calabro back in the house. RJ, don't forget everybody to click on the likes if you don't mind. That'd be awesome. Just take a time to click on the likes. That will helping us for sure. And RJ Calabro back in the house of the Hockey Nation show with all the update. Corey asked, Matt Murray gone or stay? It all depends. Corey is another goaltender where he have a big contract at 6.5, and he did not deliver whatsoever. Have a good year last season, but injuries again. And Ottawa have 4 goaltender. So if they can move him somewhere, they will love. He has two more years, or his contract a little bit over $6 million. It could be something I think could take a chance with him. But that would cost you a lot of money at that level. So I would say to you 50-50. Aceman, dude, back in the house. Aceman? No, Aceman is going to be at 6 o'clock tonight for the prediction of the game. Aceman, that's what we do with Mr. ENORTAP at 6 p.m. the morning. We're just reviewing what's going on. But we have no game last night, so we talk about different subject this morning for sure. And Mr. Alex McLean from Nova Scotia. Welcome back. Yeah, the rumor was out by Frank Severlini from the Daily Off website or whatever he does with them. He announced the Blackhawks has the permission to talk with the assistant coach Luke Richardson to become the head coach over there. Great opportunity for Luke. Great experience to have an interview. But I don't see Luke Richardson to be the head coach of Chicago Blackhawks, Alex. I will tell you why. I would be surprised, at least if the assistant coach is already in the organization. Otherwise, you have too many great coaches right now looking for the job. And I'm talking Barry Trotz, Cassidy, Peter DeBoer, Bashill, Dan Quinn, Travis Green, and I can go Mike Packard, Alain Vigneault, Claude Julien, Bob Arkley. I can go like 5 more. That's about like 20 coach home right now looking for the job. And when you're talking about, oh, why not to look at Richardson? What would be, why Chicago will looking for an assistant coach like Richardson? We have no experience as a head coach. He's a great assistant coach. He's a great defenseman coach. But to be him in charge about Chicago, we have no direction right now. That's not the right thing to do, I believe. But you're absolutely right, Alex. They asked him to do that. Richard Mullen, contract done. Will do a show in Edmonton, Calgary, Vancouver, then November, Hollywood, Florida. Awesome, Richard. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. Richard Mullen got a new contract for work And we want to thank you, our son Richard Molin. Hopefully, we wish the best and very, very happy about you. I know you have a difficult winter with health, everything like that. And we cannot be more happier for you, Mr. Richard. And anything we can do as a Hockey Nation Live show, let us know about that one over there. Danny is celebrating his birthday, maybe. Andy. I just ask Alex, Renault. Alex, that makes sense. He's a hockey man. He's a passion like a coach for the game hockey. Happy birthday, Danny, and hello, Alex. Renault, Angel group should come watch and Cornwall. Richard, Renault. And what is the biggest trade rumor, Richard? We have many. The time of the year right now until the draft, and then after the draft, it's all about trade bait left and right, right? People talk about this. The name we mention the most is Kevin Fiala, right? And also Philip Forsberg on different location. But it's really Kevin Fiala right now. And then J.D. Miller are really the two names where the people trade him left and right, those two players. And they are the really big name. If you talk about NHL, talk about Montreal, that's another subject. But the biggest trade bait right now is really Miller and Vancouver and also Kevin Fiala and Minnesota for sure. Do you think Brennan Point will be back for Game 6? They have an update a few minutes before I go online. I did not read it. I got a notification from the NHL, but I did not look like I did not read everything. So I'm not sure if he's going to be ready. I will not be surprised if it's a bit longer at maybe 7, but we'll see what happens. Duda, a great question. Will the Jet trade a top forward to make room for Pierre Saint-Cyr? I don't think so, Renault. They don't have to anymore. And the reason why, because they're losing Paul Stastny. It's a big contract over there. It was $3.5 million still last season. So I don't think so they need to do that. They will keep one more year at least Sheffley. Now, the biggest thing over there is, 2 years Blake Wheeler. That hurt them a little bit. But otherwise, like they don't have a big contract where they have to sacrifice something because they still have $18 million. Now they have $10 million, $18 million. They have 10 plus to sign. They have a couple of RFA. Yeah, Mason Appleton is still a RFA. Dubois RFA. And the rest, it's not bad at all. They don't have a lot over there. Defensemen, they are pretty good. They have just too much money on the DMLO. You talk about bad contract. I think, they pick up Nate Schmidt. I think that's another one over there. So I don't think so. They will go with a long contract with Pierre Dubois. Expect more like a short-term contract for Dubois at that moment, like a 3 years bridge contract. So that's my Richard. Let me know where you should in Toronto. I'll be when you see. Giroux stay in Florida. Pittsburgh will let Captain go. I would be very surprised. Giroux stay in Florida. Because if you think about this, Florida right now is $4 million. They have 7 players to sign. All right. And that's including Giroux, Mamin, Mashman, Thornton will be out, and Atcheri. That's not too bad. And then they have signed Chariot, Hag, and Lingbaum will be out. The goaltender are not a problem over there, and they have to pay again this season $5 million for this season for Keith Yandel and $1.1 million for Darlene about that one over there. So if you think about this, the deadline space, cap space, $18 million. Today cap is 78. So they have about $4 million to spend, and they have a couple of players to sign. They don't have no money for him, honestly. And I think he's looking a little bit more. He's looking more for make more money left and right. Yamo. So I tried to pick it up. Yep. Pittsburgh will let Kapanen go. I'm really surprised about that one over there. You have a rumor get out about a couple of players like Zaka, Krianov was another one. He just signed a contract over there where they think something will let the RFA go become a UFA. Kapanen, honestly, is he's a RFA, 25 years old. If you think about his contract, he make $3.2 million. That would give him another 300. So you can keep him at 3,500. Is it expensive a little bit? Yes. But I would be surprised they let him go. My point, it would maybe more try to trade him. If when you do those kind of information like this, every day you do searching and you look about all the news and that, you realize it's not only Marc Bergevin bad contract. If you compare to Kapanen, you can compare him at Joel Armia. Not about the play they play. One is faster, one is smaller, all right? But comparatively on the stat, they are the same, almost the same, 10 goals per year. Talk about the money, 3.4, 3.2. And both of them, Kapanen play third line, sometimes go a little bit higher. But that's not only Montreal make a bad contract. A lot of teams make a couple of bad contracts also about this. I don't know what's going on here right now. Because I lost my mouse. I lost my mouse. So I don't know what to tell you right now. I can go here. Let me check if I can get my mouse back. Give me 30 seconds. My mouse works on my other computer, but does not work here. And I have no clue what the mouse is. That's funny. All right, let's go back here. I will try to catch up everything where we at on my second computer. If MICHEL worth it of a 4-point AAV signé for over $4 million, is that the price him out of Toronto? I would be surprised if he get $4 million. MICHEL has never been a top 6 player, Renault. So I don't know which team would be give him that kind of money when he scored only, 15 goals? MICHEL last season? So I don't think so. That's the kind of money he should get. But I don't know if some team want to give him that kind of, him to get that kind. But I would be shocking if he get $4 million. He bottom 6. So I understand what he is like as a hockey player, but him to be a 4 before him, I would be shocked. MICHEL is UF3 is 27 years old. I tried to get how his last contract was at 1.6 last year. All right. You have 21 goals. I apologize. This year, that's the first year he have 21 goals or 20 goals plus. So how much money he can make last year? If you want to take a risk with him, $3 million, it could be that one over there. And because the value it gave to him is 3.2. So I really believe it could be that one over there. My mouse is coming back. Here we go. My mouse is back. We found out about that one. What up, 80? Welcome aboard. Schedule Uber Body would be a game decision, game 5, Thursday versus, yeah. I think that's the same thing with And Coach Dragon is hopeful if he would play Thursday. Here's the problem with the Strom Yamo. A lot of people ask what kind. I believe is a groin, and I'm worried about that one over there. Strom tried to come back. He went to the warm-up. And when you're watching him, it's really more the groin. And this could be a difficult problem for Strom. And the New York Rangers, I believe, going to talk about this in the game in the next couple of minutes, but that will be interesting about that. If Strom and Schiller be back in the lineup. Giroux in Ottawa, Senator, a lot of talk. East Coast Ottawa is possibility. Yeah, a part of this one over there. Anthony Manzano, welcome aboard. Point is out for Lightning, game number 5. Strom Schiller, game decision for the game over there. Yeah, it's all good. John Gregor, welcome aboard. The problem with this, Anthony, Johnny Gaudreau is not going to be traded. If you know, he's a UFA, so they don't have to trade him at all. And only way he can trade him is going to be the rights of Gaudreau, and usually is a second or a third round pick in return. So I don't see to get trade. And secondly, I really believe he's going to resign with the Calgary Flame next season. I don't think so. He's going to go nowhere. Now, if he sign, he's going to test in the market. I believe Boston Bruins and also the Philadelphia Flyers. If he was really a center, Boston Bruins would be all over them about him. But I don't see that over there. Giroux chose chase a cup for 2 years and then signed with Ottawa. That would give him 38 years old, Renault. I give him to get late on that one over there, but I don't know honestly what he wants to do. Coach, do you think the New Jersey they will trade Pavos again? At what time gave them to best package the prospect draft pick? The Pavos Zaka is a different. It's another 25 years old. Draft and 6th overall pick, I believe, in 2015. And he never reached his full potential until last season of a good year. But he came back exactly where he is this year as Zeka. Now he's a RFA. Some mention that New Jersey is going to let him go. And he's on the conversations, maybe someone. But it's another one at 25 years old. As a big guy, 6'3", 210, I believe. He need maybe a new scenery for him. That reminds me the story about Troy Terry. I think for him, he need to go somewhere else where he can find a way. If I'm the New Jersey Devils and the New York Rangers, I make a trade Zaka for Skrazov for the New York Rangers. I think that will match both because the New York Rangers may be losing Renstrom on the UFA. You have Gaudreau, you have Shedil right there. And then you can use now Zaka and the bottom on the middle of the line over there. I think that would be benefit for them. And then the New Jersey Devils can get a 9 overall pick. We know he played on the KHL. I think he have a lot of potential, the kids. I think I feel like I'm smart. Coach is smart. Just kidding. But I think it'll be a good one over there. Anthony, thanks for your question. Hi, Coach. Jose Duarte, welcome aboard. Thank you so much. I wish the best for you, Dr. Abbott. I have Dr. Duda. It's all a fun game until lose your mouse, hacker. Yeah, honestly, I don't know why. It's because I have a 3 computer and everything is messed up together. And sometimes my mouse is shifting at and it's wireless. So I was a bit worried. I don't know how many percentage I have. 69, so I should be fine. It's just the mouse was somewhere else, stuck somewhere. I turn off, turn on, and I find the mouse. So that's a good thing about that one over there. I'm here for Marchessault. So Vegas need cap relief and the forward group, and he chance partially resign at Montreal for around $3 million for 2 years. No, partially never come back in Montreal. And now, Renault, you have no money for Marchessault. Marchessault carry on $5 million. Renault, how are you going to pay him when a Montreal Canadien is going to send a $3.4 million out? you're going to gap a $2 million salary cap, and Montreal Canadiens is over a cap already. So before you do those kind of stuff, you need to let it go, your money out. And Marchessault is not going to helping what the Montreal is right now. They don't need winger. We have too many winger in the Montreal Canadiens at that moment. So it's not going to help a lot of Montreal Canadiens the way you make Armia versus Marchessault. Montreal lose on that one over there, and they will, I don't know how you can pay him. That will put the Montreal Canadiens over limit about the salary cap. My best friend, thanks so much, Duda. There we go. Amos is hungry now. Yeah, look like. Coach, is Johnny could get trade this offseason for Calgary, the best package? No, I just answered to you about that one over there. It cannot be trade. It can for the rights, but they're not going to pay a lot. He become a UFA, Anthony. Hopefully you understand now. Mr. Buck Skull in the house. Yeah, absolutely right. Brandon Point is out at that moment. I should take it up and up that chase for them. Here we go. I don't know what they mean, but you're welcome. And Mike Zuck in the house with Jennifer. Welcome, both of you. Hopefully an amazing, great day. Thanks, Mark, to be stopped by. What about our friend Kilo? Welcome aboard. Mr. Kilo, thanks you stopped by. Thank you so much. We appreciate Kilo will be with us. Don't forget, guys, to click on the likes. Coach will win today, the Bulls or the Rangers? I'm going to get there about 5 minutes, guys. I try to catch up with everybody. Then I will go back all the way. Coach, who has the edge today? I'm getting there. Miss Kelly, welcome aboard. Vegas will keep that enough ever they want him out this season. I think they should trade him out, Yamo. That enough carry on a $5 million contract. And they have too many players over there at $5.5 million contract. So what happening right now, they have $200,000. They have to sign 6 players in the lineup. And they have to give the money to to Roy and Colsar. And that, so Marchessault is 2 years contract, and the only way I would say to tell enough is 1 more year, and Pacioretty is 1 more year. I believe they will try to get that enough. Now I will say to you one more thing. They make a big mistake, not a big mistake, but Carlson is 29 years old, carry on a 5 years contract at $6 million. That's another one I think they will try to pass out William Carlson at some point. This is another example, guys. He make a good year, give him a lot of money. But look, William Carlson right now, what he did last season. You have to be careful. You cannot give money right away because you have 1 year. Carlson, guys, all right? 43 goals in 2017-2018. The following year, 24. The following year, 15. The following year, 14. And now he's at 12. And he got 78, 56, 46, 39, and 35. He got that contract when? He got this big contract in 2019 and 2020. So after he got a good year, they gave him that kind of money, and they signed him for what, 8 years? 8 years. You have to be careful. And that's, again, that's another big mistake for them. Coach, earlier you said Pavel Zacha est resté free agent. Can illustrate his right and him at the same time to another team for prospect? Yes, exactly, Anthony. They can do that. That's not a problem about that for Pavel Zacha, Anthony. Good way. While John Merrill at 1.2 and overpaid given why Babe play better is signed for 750. How will 15.5 dead cap over the next 2 years affect the Wild development? They took a chance about this, Renault. They thought they would be the right things to do for the organization, where this year they have no problem because the money, was capped. Now it's coming next season. The good news for them, Renault, is they have a lot of great prospects and they can handle money under the cap. under the $1 million. So I'm talking about Rosie over there, Boldy, and they have another prospect over there. At some point, they will have to trade one defenseman over there if they really want to keep Kevin Fiala at long term. So that would be a big question to get there. Now, they are lucky. They carry on 2 goaltenders, very good, below $6 million. It will not happen a lot. So they are not in the trouble yet, but they are almost at the end of what they have to do. So they are limited over there. And at some point, they have to trade the first big 3 defensemen because they carry on about $22 million, all 3. So that we have to get there. John Merrill, I went pretty overpaid given Whiteman. Not really. Perel is a third pairing defenseman, Renault. So I think he deserves that kind of money. For sure. We have Petroy, the captain on the Canadian. The fake white demon is in the house. Rory McNally is in the house with us today. Don't forget, guys, to click on the likes. That'd be great. Montreal Canadiens needs center. Logan Coley would be the big for them. I think Shane Wright would be better to Logan Coley carry, but we expect everybody have their own opinion. Happy birthday, Rory, yesterday. Coach, Will Biden scored 4 goals last night to help defeat Laval. Was not draft origin par Montreal? Yes. Will Biden was draft par the Montreal Canadiens a couple of years ago, never reached the full potential he got. He went to rent to the Minnesota Wild. He was involved, Biden, I believe, and Hammond? I think it's Hammond. I tried to check what it was. They tried to make him, if it's not Will Bennett, no. I think he was straight for Louis DeBeldio. Coach, come on, coach. Will Bellio, yeah. Now he's with the St. Louis Blues. He was drafted by the Montreal Canadiens, 70 overall pick, 3rd round, 2016. And that's what he got after that. I tried to see where he was. He played for Minnesota, and he was straight. I cannot say it. If you have someone, because they don't give me on the another one over there. But he was straight, and then he was straight again after that. So my story is he was 70 overall pick, Mr. ENORTAP. Baseball RJ, NHL playoff tonight. Thanks so much. Everything. Happy little debate. Hopefully, Rangers game number 5. How about Detroit, New Jersey get Anton Lundell and Gregory Denisenko, a first-round pick in 2024 and 2026, and Florida get Pavel Zacha. No. Pavel Zacha is not that kind of player, Anthony. If I'm New Jersey, they will do it right away. You give right now for Pavel Zacha, I don't know how you can say him. He's only, Pavel Zacha, guys, he's only scored 15 goals last season. Maybe you put him, like, you compare him to another players for them, maybe Jack Hughes, but Zacha, guys, last season have like 15 goals, exactly. You have 36 points last season, 35 the year before, 32 the year before. Honestly, you trade Denisenko versus Pavel Zacha and maybe a second-round pick, and Devils maybe think about this one over there, Anthony. Completely don't wish the best about that one over there. Have a good one, fake. And then Leon Draisaitl sustained a high strength sprain game 6 of the first round. Can only announce. Yep, Adam, it was announced about that one, Leon Draisaitl. Anthony, that's too much. I will not do that. I agree with you, Corey. Carry us, Chris. Rude, welcome aboard. The Rangers have to win. If not, it's over. Anata is the best doctor in the world. And 6-2. Yeah, I think the final score was 6-3 RG. I could be wrong. Zach Hamilton 30 if he want if his birthday. Buffalo should get a great pick. Are you talking about Hammond? I thought it was Hammond, but it was not Hammond because it was earlier. And I don't know if it's him or not, but that's happening with the Montreal Canadiens, guys. Usually I move out everywhere. I want to remind you, everybody, guys, 11 o'clock Eastern Time, Monday to Friday, every day, I'm sorry. 11 o'clock a.m., I make a video about the Montreal Canadiens, and today is about who could be on the roster in 2022-2023 for the Montreal Canadiens. I'm talking about the defenseman. I'm talking about the forward. I'm talking about Joshua, who had a first game in the NHL yesterday, and the American Hockey League played a great game overall. I'm talking about the NHL prospect. Every day I make a new prospect. I give you information about the prospect. Sometimes I make video with, sometimes without video. Today, no with video for Tristan Luneau, another right defenseman, 6'2", 180 pounds, great hockey players. And finally, I talk about, do you believe Kulak or Chariot should return with the Montreal Canadiens? So this is a video I create today, and I invite you to watching my video every single day. That's what we got about that one over there. Can you talking about possible? Coach, earlier we were talking about Paul Zacha. Can you just trade his free agent? We say, right? How well Pavel himself, another team for the draft pick and prospect. Yes, Anthony, Pavel Zacha is RFA. So the question is that New Jersey have to offer him a new contract. If they don't, now he can become a UFA. He can offer his service everywhere. So that's the only way they can do. Now they can also trade Zacha to any team in NHL to go anywhere if they get trade. Or if they can say, you know what, nobody want him, we could just let him go. We cannot afford. I don't think so that New Jersey will do, but he could be that way option for them. That's what happened. An exchange for the defenseman, Gustav Allison. Here we go. You got it in our tap. Gustav Allison for the Montreal Canadiens. I know you Montreal Canadiens, but you can do Ottawa Senator too. It's too much, Corey, for me to do that. Unfortunately, I apologize. I wish I could, but I know I cannot do many. Coach, can you see the Panthers for Bob, and what team would be willing to take 30% contract if trade him this offseason? Yes, they could, but Florida Panthers have no money at some point, Anthony. They have to pay Uber, though, after that, and I think that would be a bad situation, Anthony, for the Florida Panthers to act that way. Who is going to be the goaltender, Anthony? If you trade Bobrovsky, who's the goaltender? Spencer Knight are great, 21 years old, 22 years old. Now you're going to give him the full responsibility to be a number one. And who is the backup? I don't know. That's the problem you get, Anthony, with that direction about that one there. So where is everybody? Everybody is here to the John Krieger. Hello. Chicago, I request pension interview looking for coaching. Yep. But again, Spencer Knight, but he did not prove anything yet in NHL, Anthony. So you have an amazing, great team, but you look like a little bit what Toronto got. No goaltender, really. They have a good goaltender. Knight will be good, but not enough to carry on your team all the way. So you have to be careful about that one over there. I will thinking for sure. Ville-Husso, Cassius Smith, et Darcy Comber are available for the Panthers to sign coach. Again, Renault. Think, you have Bobrovsky. Sergei Bobrovsky, is it a really bad goaltender or not? Is it one of the worst in NHL or not? You said, no, we have too much money. All right, let's trade him. Then we keep 30% of his salary. It's equal $3 million. Now you have to pick up another goaltender, Renault. You offer me Quimper, $5 million. That would bring you back at $8 million. Quimper is very better to Bobrovsky. Is it Casey DeSmith at $3 million, $6 million with the $3 million of Bobrovsky? Is it really a goaltender number one, Casey DeSmith? Ville Husso, it would cost you $5 million. $5 million plus the $3 million, $8 million. Is it really Ville Husso is a better to Bobrovsky? You have to explore more about that one over there. And that's all the stuff like that. And that money you go to give away or you're going to spend to keep for Bobrovsky, that money go to Jonathan Huberdeau. Don't try to get a UFA. No? Okay, Huberdeau, you have to pay him. And then after that, you have to pay Ekblad. So, I don't think it's the right move to trade Bobrovsky. That would cost too much money. But another, see what Spencer Knight has to starter, not a backup, gave him the shot. As a starter, not as a backup, gave him the shot to a World Season next year. He would trade Bob Coach, maybe sign a veteran backup. But again, Anthony, do you really believe Spencer Knight can carry on to win the Stanley Cup next season? You cannot take a chance. You have a solid team. But if you feel like Spencer Knight isn't, why Spencer Knight, he was not in the net during the playoff this year? If he's so good, like he said, why he did not have a goaltender number one? Why he did not win 40 games this year? It's a process to develop those kind of players. A goaltender is rare below 23 years old, have a full-time job, goaltender number one. Look what happened to Carter Hart. Everybody said Carter Hart is going to be a great defense, great goalies. I didn't see Carter Hart for the last 2 years. It's developing, it's patient. Patient, it takes time. And to do that, gave more responsibility to Spencer Knight next year, of course. 30 game, 35 game, and see what he look like. And then you continue this process for 2 more years. And then after that, he become the backup number one. And then Bob is going to be 35 years old. Now you can buy him out at 35. That would cost you only 33%. That will cost exactly what you try to do right now, 30% and remaining. That's how you make that direction over there. Evidence from Franco's other scalpers for the Panthers can do the same to help Knight about that one over there. That's not easy to find those kind of Francos or Renault. You have not many Francos around the league about that at 30, 35 years old. They can get Scott Wedgwood, example. They can get backup number 2. But again, they are better with Bobrovsky, Spencer Knight, or they are better with Spencer Knight and Casey DeSmith. That's the point over there. Coach, I have faith in Spencer Knight. They were comparing him to Jonathan Quinn, and before we're not just put him as the permanent starter next season. Because I did not see him right now as Jonathan Quick. Right? Anthony London, Anton Lundell, Anthony, how many points he did during the playoff? He's a great player. He did pretty good during the season, but what he did during the playoff, I didn't see Lundell at all. They scratched him at the end. Because it takes time. And now you want to spend night over there. And now if he don't perform at the playoff because he's too young, he have no experience, you just make now out of you playoff because you just want to think he can become a Jonathan Quick. Everybody wants to thinking Anton London could become Patrice Bergeron, but not right now. And 4 years possible. And 5 years. So you have every step to go all the way. And it takes time to build those kind. Spencer Knight is going to be an amazing, great goaltender. But not now. So what you do, you develop him to become. He need time to become a professional. He take time to be learning to win in playoff. The Panthers did it this year. Let's move on to next year. What's happening next season? What could happen? He scored 12 points during the playoff, I believe, Coach, if you're asking for about Anton Lundell. I'll ask you for Lundell, absolutely right. During his playoff, Anthony, yeah, 1 goal in 9 games. That's it. That was my point behind you right now. 9 games, 1 goal. During the year, 44 points. 0.5 point average per game. That's pretty good. But he disappeared at the playoff. Why? Just because he's too young? So you don't give the full responsibility of your goaltender about that one over there. RJ, manager announced today that the team has agreed to a 2-year contract with White Christ Westman. Yep, a couple of days ago. Coach, as you say, I should have patience with that. I have faith can be the permanent starter next year to develop next time. You progress with him for 2 more years. He's going to be a great starter at 23, 24, and then you will be fine with him after that. And then Bobrovsky's be older, and then you make something with him. You can buy him out, whatever it is at that moment. So that's what's happening. 56, guys, we go through everything. We did not talk about the game tonight. We're going to talk about the game tonight at 6 o'clock with PM to give you who is going to win. The only thing I would say to you guys, I'm worried about the Rangers. And the reason I would say to you that is they play 18 games in 35 days. Do you believe the fatigue pick up them now? And I feel that's maybe a problem for the New York Rangers. 35 days, 18 games. It could be a good point. Or it was just get dominated by the Tampa Bay over there. And the good news for the Rangers, they can play against Tampa Bay. They play 3 great games against them, and they play a bad game against the Tampa Bay Lightning. It was the last one. So, fatigue, injuries, or I believe Chesapeake can still 1 game before the end of the series. And I believe he can play exactly what he did at the first 3 games. The Rangers showed to us they can play with them. I have not a problem with that part. It's to figure out now if the fatigue can catch up them and the injuries. Because Lindgren does not play at the full capacity. Goodrow does not play at full capacity. Schiedel, he will not play at full capacity. Strom does not pick up at the full capacity. So the fatigue, the accumulation of play every tonight and the last 35 games, is it now at the point where it's too much for them to compete with the Tampa Bay? The answer would be tonight, but that's that kind of interrogation. Coach, what was the last goal you can remember? Was not Carey Price, was drafted in the first round, keep become a special right out of the gate. The only one before that was Fleury, first overall pick. And then after that, you have to go with Vasilevsky. It took him a couple of years to get there. He was a 16 or 19 overall pick in NHL. You got Carter Hart a couple of years ago. But Hart, you have a good year when they play in the bubble. But after that, never been that way over there. And then you have to go, nothing else. Spencer Knight is the next at 13 overall pick. Then you have Kosa and Wallstead the last 2 years. Yarazov for the Nashville Predator, number 10 overall pick. Number 10 or 12 3 years ago. But not many. Not many, Anthony. So that would be the only one. The problem with the goaltender, Russia, is they go to play KHL until 22 years old. So that's a problem about this, Anthony. Should be a travel day. And then, brother, Luango. Yeah, but they have to go before Carey Price. I think he was talking from Carey Price until 2022 and ENORTAP about that one over there. And we'll talk about with ENORTAP, more information about the league tonight. Guys, going to jumping all the way for the quiz of the day. And the quiz of the day.
Oh my God!
Start right now with Frenchy quiz. 3 questions under, over, and exact. And we thank each one of you for your participation today. First question of the day is...
Oh my God!
How many goals so far in the playoff? 521 goals so far in the playoff. Under, over, or exact? Great comments, Corey. Coach ad color are the same as the Tyler flag. Andy said under. Anthony said over. Thank you. Yamo Kilo said under. You're absolutely right about that. Renault under. Yamo under. RJ exact. Do I miss some people? ENORTAP under. We're going to wait for the mulligan.
Oh my God!
Kelly over. Awesome. The answer, guys, you did pretty good today. Congratulations. Under 520 goal happening so far. So we have Andy, Kilo, Renault, Yamo, and ENORTAP. Yamo and ENORTAP copy also Andy. So you get also a point, but the credit go to Andy Kuivula for that one over there.
Oh my God!
Question number 2 of the day. How many last games so far in the NHL playoff in 2022? 28. How many last games so far in NHL playoff 2022? 28. Under, over, or exact? I will have to check Anthony for them. I said under. Well, Corey Hill. I did not get your answer, Corey Hill. But you got it. RG said over. Anthony Mazzano said over. Yamu said exact. What, Yamu? You did not wait for. You did not wait for Andy. Kilo exact. Renault over. Kelly exact. Curry under. John Gregor exact. ENORTAP exact. Andy exact. ENORTAP over. No, I'm always happy with 1 and 3. That's average. That's 33%, Yamo.
Oh my God!
I'm waiting for Yamo. And the answer, guys, is Richard Modern said over. All right. Is under 27 loss. And Corey Hill take the lead at 2. And we have 5 more people. players at 1 so far. Congratulations, Corey Hill.
God!
And the next question. You have to write, Yamo. I cannot do nothing. 1 and 3. The last question of the day, guys, is how many overtime games so far in the playoff 2022? We're looking for the number 13. How many games so far in NHL? 13. Under, over. It's like Jogana. Here we go. Some of you can win. Corey can also win alone. Yamo said exact. Exact for RJ. Anthony under. Renault under. Kilo exact. Corey over. Gabriel Klein. Gabriel, welcome aboard. He said over. John Gregor under. Kelly over. And Andy under. Danny Boiler. Danny, welcome aboard. Both of you guys. So don't forget to subscribe to Hockey Nation Live Show. Richard Mullen, he said exact. ENORTAP said over. And Kelly is 16. Kelly is in 1. And Kelly, are you sure? It's 16. Because it's not 16 allowed, Kelly. I don't know where did you set that one over there. Because the answer is exact at 13. I will verify again to be sure I don't make a mistake here. But for what I saw this morning, playoff 2021. All right. Overtime shootout. Overtime. Colorado 3. Tampa Bay 1. That's 4. New York Rangers 1. That's 5. Edmonton 1. That's 6. Carolina 1. That's 7. St. Louis 1. That's 8. Calgary Flame. That's 1. 9. Florida Panthers 2. 11. 1. Los Angeles King 11. 12. And the Pittsburgh Penguins is 1 at Pittsburgh. That's 13. The team statistic of the NHL I have in front of me about that one over there. And that's part of this. Leaf did overtime. You're absolutely right about that one over there. But that's what the one and the play again, the Tampa Bay Lightning, Kelly. That's count for only for one game, right? It's not the total of the team. It's the total of the game in NHL. So the answer is exact. We need to verify it. Be sure. Corey Hill win today. Kilo win today. Yamo, he's the winner of the contest today with 2 of them. And that's the answer today. Congratulations for the winner of the day at today. Yamo 2, Kilo 2, and Corey Hill 2. That's conclude, guys, another friendship quiz of the day. We thank each one of you for your participation today at the morning skate show. We're back at tonight at 6 o'clock, and we do the game at 8 o'clock tonight, so I can't wait to see you. Until then, we want to remind everybody, of course, you are awesome. You are amazing. You are the best. And remember, you have greatness inside of you. Thank you so much, everybody, for your participation today. And Mr. Anthony Marzano, I'm going to make some search for you for Belfort and Dominic Hachek to give you all the information. Come back to us tomorrow. Before you leave, everybody, don't forget to click on the like. That'd be awesome. And we want to remind you one more thing, ladies and gentlemen. Be well, be healthy. Find a way to not dominate your day, but find a way to dominate what? 2022. Thank you, everybody. Remember, we love you. Hockey Nation Light Show, friends. Have an amazing, great Thursday, everybody.